What's happening, folks? Welcome to Music Monday. And today is a spectacular Music Monday because it's Christmas Day. So, Merry Christmas to everyone. I kind of went round and around thinking about, okay, which one we're going to do today. And I think it is quite appropriate that we pull out this version of the Little Drummer Boy. So, today in the skillet for Music Monday, we have our version of the Little Drummer Boy. Okay, so first of all, this is an adaptation that I wrote when we were in the studio recording the Ghost Dance album in Macon, Georgia at Phoenix Sound. It was called Phoenix Sound then, but it's the old Capricorn recording studios. So that whole I'm pretty sure it was either that album or it was Here Be Dragons right behind it the next year. But I think it was Ghost Dance because Counting Butu was down there playing congas with Rapid. So we already had him in there. And there's a lot of drums in this because it's called, obviously, Little Drummer Boy. So we're somewhere in that making of that album. This guy comes in, he says, hey, I'm working on this Christmas compilation album I want to put out. And I'd love to have you guys do a song on it. Will you record something? So we're like, gosh, man, we don't know any Christmas songs. So kind of put our heads together, and I kind of went in the studio and wrote this adaptation for the Little Drummer Boy. And you're going to notice it's different here because I put in all these pieces that tie the whole thing together that aren't in the original version. So it's a lot more like Southern rock version of Little Drummer Boy, and it's an instrumental. There's no singing in it. So yeah, I think Counting Rapa, Kate laid out all that conga part at the end. John Felty played slide, all the slide parts, and Dave Clark came in, a friend of ours that played in some bands in Macon, Georgia. He came in and played the guitar solo in the middle. So it came out really well. I don't think the Christmas album ever got put out. The guy never got around to getting it out. So years later, I finally dug it up and said, you know what, we're just going to stick it out. So every Christmas, I try to put it out there and share it because I think a lot of people probably haven't heard it. So if you hadn't heard it, just hit the link, check it out. It's a really, like I said, it's a really cool adaptation for the original Little Drummer Boy. I borrowed Jim Preston's banjo. I remember that. He lived in Macon, banjo picker. I knew, and I didn't have one in the studio. I got one, but I didn't have it with me, so I went and borrowed his to track on this. I do remember that part of it. And it came out pretty cool. It's like I said, it's a little bit different version than the original. It's a kind of our take on it, kind of a southern rock jam version of the Little Drummer Boy. So take a listen to it, like it, follow it, by all means share it, and as Paul Harvey would say, now you know the rest of the story.